Hi, I'm Laura Miolla from Moxie Life Coach. As a divorce coach and mediator, I help you save big money in divorce, as well as provide the emotional, legal, and financial support you need to make decisions you're proud of in this process. So in this week's segment of What You Don't Know About Divorce Will Cost You, I'm talking about asking for help. Seems simple enough, it's an incredibly simple topic, and yet I want to untangle it because it's much more complicated than most people think. So I think this is an important topic because personally and professionally, a lot of my clients, friends, people I know are incredibly reluctant to ask for help. The concept of asking for help is deeply uncomfortable for them. And I understand this personally because it was deeply uncomfortable for me in a lot of ways. And a lot of that discomfort comes from a couple of things. Number one, we have a story in our head that says, if we ask for help, it means we are weak. It equates weakness with vulnerability. And the flip side of that coin is that if you ask for help, you aren't strong. So there's the weak part that says vulnerability is weak, and that makes it bad. And there's the flip side of that that says you should be strong. Well, what does strong mean anyways? A metaphor I like to use in my coaching is a sapling is often stronger than the mighty oak because it'll bend in a storm, and an oak will snap and break. So what is strong, number one? You need to define that for yourselves. But when it comes to asking for help, people don't want to go there because it's vulnerable and apparently it shows weakness. For me personally, I would never ask for help before I went down the coaching path. And the reason for that is I have a very high value around independence. So what often happens with our values, especially the ones that are most important to us, is our saboteur voices will tangle themselves up in that value and tell you, yes, your intention is to honor independence. But it tells you another story that says, yes, you're honoring independence, but you need to do that. You can't ask for help because not only will this compromise your value, but it means that you will become dependent, which is always one of my worst fears, is to be dependent. So I had this story that asking for help meant that I would be dependent on someone. Again, as if that's a bad thing, number one. And number two, it came with a story that said, if I allow someone to help me, then I won't have any choice about helping them. I will be forced into something in the future that I don't know about right now, but I won't have a choice. So of course, these are all stories. These are all stories that we make up and we believe they're true. This is not true. So asking for help can be vulnerable. But vulnerability is what creates connection. Ultimately, we are human beings. We're human. We are vulnerable. We can be vulnerable because vulnerability is authenticity. Authenticity is when you are actually showing your true self and sharing your true self with somebody else. That's a gift. That's a huge gift to give someone. And as a gift, you receive back because now you can be seen for who you truly are. And you can be valued for that. The other thing I want to bring up about help is that often people don't have any stories about giving help. We want to give help. It makes us feel good. It makes us feel great to know that someone values the fact that we can help them. And we want to help. And yet receiving help, no, Absolutely not. We have big issues with receiving help. But it's the same thing. Allowing someone to help you gives you that gift of being seen and valued, but it also gives them a gift. You're giving them a gift to help you. You're allowing them to feel good about themselves because you're asking for their help. They now feel seen and valued. So asking for help is a gift. There's nothing negative about it, and it's about sharing an experience with someone that you trust with your authentic self. And you're allowing them to be a part of your life. Without any expectation of quid pro quo. It's purely about allowing someone else to be a part of your experience and to offer you something that brings you both up, makes you both feel better. You're both contributing to each other's well-being when you ask for help. So don't hesitate. You're going to make someone's day. You're going to make them feel so happy about themselves because you're saying, I value what you can bring to my life. Think about that. Don't hesitate to give that gift to other people because you're giving to yourself and you're giving to them. So I hope this perspective is valuable for you, and hopefully you will tune in again next week to next week's segment of What You Don't Know About Divorce Will Cost You. Please feel free to look around at the free resources on my website or become a Moxie member, be a part of my community. I'd love to hear from you. I do offer free 1-hour consultations to talk about your situation and see if coaching is a good fit for you. And of course, you can always email me at laura@moxielifecoach.com with feedback or potential topics to cover in the future. All right, thanks so much. Be well.